Hi. So what we're going to do here is we're now going to look at hourly pay. So some jobs get paid per month or per year, have an annual rate, but some jobs you get paid per hour that you work. There's different arguments for which one people prefer. It's all dependent on the job. Generally, things are hourly rates would be things where your hours might change every week. So, for example, working in a bar, I would have got paid for hourly rate. Whereas now that I'm a teacher, I get paid an annual amount because the amount of time that I work doesn't really change throughout the year. It's the same every week. But whereas when I worked in a bar, I would work more hours as it came up to Christmas time, or it's particularly in Edinburgh, you would work more hours over the festival. So it's good to get paid hourly rates for them because then you're getting paid for the extra work. But how are we going to calculate using this? So it's just multiplication. At 40 hours, for example, if you work 40 hours in a week, or any space of time, and you get paid £10.50 per hour, for every one of those hours, you'll get £10.50. So how do we work out our total pay? We just multiply. Really straightforward. Now, sometimes with hourly pay, you can do this thing called overtime, or working in unfriendly hours, for example. For example, maybe a nurse that gets paid hourly that works overnight might get paid double time. So she gets paid, he or she, so shouldn't assume gender, they will get paid maybe twice the hourly rate if they do a night shift. Whereas maybe if you were a barman that worked, bar person, if we're not going to assume gender, that we work on Christmas Day, because some bars do open, I've worked on Christmas Day once, that you might get treble time, so 3 times the hourly rate for what you do. So it's another way of making money, and it's just taking into consideration that sometimes working in certain hours is not always ideal, so you get paid a little bit extra. So this person had worked 15 hours at £12 per hour, but they've also done 2 hours of double time. So let's split it up into the question. Okay? So there I've worked out their basic pay, 15 times 12, and now I need to work out their double time. So it's 2 hours at £12 per hour, so I'm going to go 2 times 12 would be how I would normally do it, then I'm going to multiply it by 2. So they worked 15 hours basic hours, that gave them £180, and then they did 2 hours double time. So 2 times 12 gave me 24, and then multiplied by the double time gave me 48. Another way with travel time. However, you could also have this thing called time and a half, which is 1.5 times the hourly rate. Okay, so I'll deal with that in the next example. So this is somebody that's maybe done loads of hours. They've done 50 hours. That's maybe somebody that would work in a bar coming up to Christmas or during the festival. And so maybe they worked 5 hours of a really horrible time, double that time. So maybe like they worked 12 till 5 in the morning, and then 10 hours at time and a half. So let's just break it down into each of the individual sections, and then we'll be able to work it out. Sorry, I'm just getting another colour of pen. There. 35 hours at 9.72 gave me £340.20. 5 hours at double time gave me £97.20. So I did 5 times £9.72 and then multiplied it by 2. And then 10 hours at time and a half, so 10 times £9.72 times 1.5 gave me £145.80. Then adding them all together, got £583.20. Okay? So it's really just remembering what double, treble and time and a half mean, and then remembering how to calculate from hourly rate your pay. So that is hourly rate.